March 27, 2025 changed everything. Trump's 25% tariff on European cars went live and the automotive world exploded. BMW stock crashed 12%. Mercedes dealers are panicking. A €50,000 Audi now costs $76,000 in America. But some brands got secret exemptions while others face total destruction. What you're about to discover will shock European car buyers and could reshape the global auto industry forever. At exactly midnight on March 27, 2025, President Trump's most aggressive trade weapon went live. A crushing 25% tariff on all imported European vehicles, not just luxury cars, not just certain brands. Every single car shipped from Europe to American shores now faces this massive tax, and the impact has been nothing short of catastrophic. Within hours of the announcement, BMW stock plummeted 12.3%. Mercedes-Benz's parent company Daimler crashed 9.8%. Volkswagen Group shed 4.2 billion euros in market value in a single trading day. But this isn't just about stock prices. This is about survival. The numbers are staggering. According to the German Association of the Automotive Industry, VDA, German car exports to the United States could drop by 7.1% in the first year alone. That translates to roughly 89,000 fewer German cars sold in America, worth approximately 8.7 billion euros in lost revenue. If you're enjoying this breakdown of the automotive trade war, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We're about to dive deep into which brands got secret exemptions and which ones are facing total disaster. Here's where it gets personal for car buyers. The BMW 3 Series you are eyeing? It just got 11,250 euros more expensive overnight. The Mercedes C-Class? Add another 12,500 euros to the sticker price. Industry analysts from Automotive News estimate that luxury European cars will see price increases between $5,000 and $12,000, depending on the model and the import value. But it's not just the Germans getting hammered. Italian supercars from Ferrari and Lamborghini are now 25% more expensive. A Ferrari 296 GTB that used to cost $320,000 now rings in $400,000. Suddenly, that Corvette Z06 is looking like a bargain. French brands aren't escaping either. Peugeot, which was planning a major comeback in the American market through Stellantis, just watched their hopes evaporate. Even though Peugeot vehicles would be assembled in Mexico under NAFTA rules, key components from France still trigger tariff penalties. Swedish luxury isn't immune either. Volvo, owned by Chinese company Geely but still manufacturing in Sweden and Belgium, faces the full 25% hit on all their European-built models. Their XC90, already priced at $56,000, could jump to over $70,000, pushing it dangerously close to Range Rover territory. But here's where the story gets interesting. Not every European automaker is facing the same fate. Behind closed doors, certain companies secured exemptions through the United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement, or USMCA, and the winners might surprise you. Volkswagen Group managed to secure partial protection for vehicles assembled in their Chattanooga, Tennessee plant and their planned expansion facilities. Models like the Atlas and the upcoming ID.4 electric SUV are largely shielded from the tariffs. However, imported Volkswagens from Germany, including the Golf, Jetta GLI, and Arteon, face the full 25%. Stellantis, the mega corporation that owns Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, Jeep, Alfa Romeo, Maserati, and Fiat, negotiated a complex exemption structure. Their American brands remain untouched, obviously. But here's the twist. Alfa Romeo and Maserati vehicles assembled in Italy still get hit with the full tariff, while certain Fiat models built in Mexico escape punishment. BMW secured limited protection for their Spartanburg, South Carolina facility, which produces the X3, X4, X5, X6, and X7 SUVs. But every sedan, coupe, and convertible imported from Germany faces the tariff hammer. The 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8 series, Z4, and all M models just became significantly more expensive. Mercedes-Benz wasn't as fortunate. Their Alabama plant produces the GLE, GLS, and EQS SUV, which remain tariff-free. But the C-Class, E-Class, S-Class, A-Class, CLA, CLS, G-Wagon, AMG GT, and SL Roadster all face the 25% penalty. European car dealerships across America are in full crisis mode. According to the National Automotive Dealers Association, or NADA, luxury European franchises are scrambling to clear existing inventory before the price increases take effect. We've got customers calling every hour asking if we can honor old prices on cars that haven't been delivered yet, says Mike Richardson, a BMW dealer in Orange County, California. But our allocation agreements changed overnight. BMW USA is telling us that any car not physically on our lot before March 27 gets the new pricing. Mercedes dealers are facing similar chaos. The company sent an emergency bulletin to all 375 US Mercedes dealers on March 28, outlining new pricing structures and warning that some high-end AMG models might see temporary allocation cuts as the company assesses market demand at the higher price points. But it's not just about individual sales. Fleet sales to rental car companies, corporate accounts, and government agencies are getting decimated. Enterprise Rent-A-Car, which operates one of the largest European car fleets in America for their luxury tier, announced they're evaluating all vendor relationships in light of the tariff changes. The European Union didn't take this lying down. Within 72 hours of Trump's tariff announcement, the EU threatened retaliation on $21 billion worth of American goods. But here's what makes this different from typical trade spats. The EU is specifically targeting products from Republican-leaning states. Harley-Davidson motorcycles, 25% retaliatory tariff. Bourbon whiskey from Kentucky, another 25%. American-made pickup trucks, which Ford and GM export to Europe in small numbers, hit with the same treatment. Tesla vehicles shipped from the Fremont, California factory to European customers, they're now 25% more expensive too. But the strategic retaliation targets American agriculture. European tariffs on Iowa corn, Wisconsin dairy products, and California almonds are designed to pressure congressional representatives from these states to push back against Trump's automotive tariffs. European Trade Commissioner Valdis Dombrovskis called the move a direct attack on European industrial competitiveness and warned that the proportional response measures would remain in place until the automotive tariffs are removed. The tariff war is already forcing European automakers to accelerate their American manufacturing plans. BMW announced on April 2, 2025 that they're investing an additional $2.2 billion in their South Carolina facility to add production lines for the 3 Series and 4 Series. The goal? Have American-built BMWs rolling off the Spartanburg line by late 2026. Mercedes-Benz is exploring a similar strategy. Industry sources suggest the company is considering adding C-Class production to their Alabama plant, though official announcements haven't been made. The challenge? Retooling a factory for different models requires 18 to 24 months and hundreds of millions in investment. Volkswagen is taking the most aggressive approach. The company confirmed they're fast-tracking construction of a second Tennessee facility specifically designed to handle European model imports. The new plant would build Golf, Jetta, and Passat models for the American market, potentially bringing 3,500 new jobs to the region. But here's the catch. Even if European automakers build more American factories, they still rely heavily on European-made components. Engines, transmissions, electronic systems, and specialized parts often come from the home country. Unless these companies can achieve 75% North American content, the threshold required under USMCA rules, they'll still face partial tariff exposure. European electric cars face an especially complex situation. The Biden administration's Inflation Reduction Act already restricted federal tax credits to EVs with minimal Chinese content and Northern American final assembly. Now, Trump's tariffs add another layer of complications. Vehicles like the BMW iX, Mercedes EQS sedan, Audi e-tron GT, and Porsche Taycan all face the 25% tariff. But here's where it gets interesting. These cars were already selling to buyers largely immune to price sensitivity. Ultra-luxury EV buyers often don't care if their $100,000 car becomes a $125,000 car. The real victims are mainstream European EVs. The Volkswagen ID.4 built in Germany, as opposed to the Tennessee version, faces the tariff. The upcoming BMW iX1 and Mercedes EQA models would arrive in America at significantly higher prices, potentially killing demand before these cars even launch. Swedish EV startup Polestar, despite being owned by Geely and Volvo, manufactures certain models in China and others in Sweden. Their tariff exposure varies by model, creating a confusing pricing structure that could alienate American customers. While European brands suffer, American and Asian automakers are celebrating. Ford's F-150 Lightning just became even more competitive against European EV imports. Tesla's Model S and Model X face less competition from German luxury EVs. Even Lincoln's Navigator and Cadillac's Escalade benefit as European luxury SUV alternatives become prohibitively expensive. Japanese and Korean brands also win big. A Honda Accord suddenly looks more attractive compared to a tariff-inflated BMW 3 Series. Lexus benefits as Mercedes prices rise. Even Hyundai's Genesis luxury brand gains ground against German competitors. But the biggest winners might be American luxury car buyers with perfect timing. Pre-owned European cars just became much more valuable. The 2023 BMW M3 or Mercedes-AMG C63 that would typically depreciate is now holding value better because new equivalents cost 25% more. Beyond just manufacturing, these tariffs could accelerate technology transfer from Europe to America. European automakers bring advanced engineering, particularly in diesel technology, hybrid systems, and luxury manufacturing techniques. BMW's South Carolina plant already produces some of the highest quality SUVs in the company's global lineup. Expanding sedan and coupe production there could bring advanced carbon fiber techniques, precision assembly methods, and German engineering standards to American workers. Mercedes' Alabama facility has become a model for global production efficiency. Adding more lines would spread sophisticated manufacturing know-how across a broader American workforce. The technology transfer represents a long-term win for American automotive manufacturing, even if it comes at the cost of higher prices for consumers in the short term. Trump's European car tariffs aren't happening in isolation. They're part of a broader reshuffling of global automotive trade relationships. China, seeing an opportunity, is already reaching out to European automakers about increased partnership opportunities. Several German automotive suppliers are exploring joint ventures with Chinese companies to serve both the European and potentially American markets through Mexico-based manufacturing. This could accelerate Chinese automotive technology integration into European brands, an ironic outcome given Trump's stated goal of reducing foreign dependence. Canada and Mexico are also positioning themselves as alternative manufacturing bases for European brands seeking to avoid the tariffs. Volkswagen's partnership with Ford to use Mexican manufacturing capacity is just the beginning of this trend. For American car buyers, the message is clear. If you wanted a European car, you should have bought it before March 27, 2025. The golden age of accessible German engineering and Italian passion is temporarily over, at least until manufacturers can shift production to North America. But this creates opportunities too. Pre-owned European cars will hold value better. Lease returns on BMW and Mercedes vehicles might offer better deals as manufacturers try to move inventory, and American brands suddenly have breathing room to improve their luxury offerings without German competition breathing down their necks. The smart money is watching for clearance deals on 2024 model European cars still sitting on dealer lots. These vehicles represent the last of affordable European luxury cars for potentially years to come. Trump's 25% European car tariff isn't just a trade policy, it's a complete reshuffling of the American automotive landscape. European luxury will survive, but it will be more exclusive, more expensive, and increasingly American-built. The question isn't whether European automakers will adapt. They will. BMW, Mercedes, Audi, and Volkswagen are too big and too important to abandon the American market. The question is, how quickly can they shift production and whether American consumers will accept the higher prices in the meantime. One thing is certain, the automotive world of March 26, 2025 is gone forever. In its place, we're seeing the birth of a new era where European engineering meets American manufacturing, where luxury becomes more exclusive, and where trade policy shapes showroom floors. The automotive trade war has finally begun, and like all wars, there will be winners, losers, and plenty of unexpected consequences along the way. Don't forget to subscribe for more automotive industry analysis and hit that notification bell so you never miss our latest coverage of the changing car world. Let us know in the comments. Do you think Trump's tariffs will ultimately help or hurt American car buyers?